In a land of winding rivers and shimmering pools, there was a forest called the Whispering Willow Wetlands. The trees grew tall and strong, their branches reaching for the bright blue sky. And high up in those branches, nestled among the leaves, were wonderful houses. Not houses on the ground, oh no, these were tree houses built with smooth, sturdy wood and connected by swinging rope bridges. The people who lived there were as happy as can be. They swung from branch to branch, their laughter echoing through the green canopy. The air was fresh and clean, filled with the sweet scent of river flowers and damp earth. Living in this treetop village was a joy. Children played hide-and-seek among the giant roots while their parents tended to gardens that grew in sunny spots on the widest branches. They grew colourful flowers and tasty vegetables right outside their windows. Every morning the sun would peek through the leaves, waking everyone with its gentle golden light. The community was close and neighbours were always ready to share a cup of tea or lend a helping hand. Life was simple and life was good, high above the soggy, marshy ground of the beautiful and sprawling wetlands. In this lovely, leafy world, everyone knew everyone. They shared stories and songs as they gathered on the main platform in the evenings. The village was a tapestry of different families, each with their own home and their own way of life. They respected the forest and lived in harmony with the birds and the squirrels that shared their treetop homes. From the highest perch to the lowest branch, a feeling of peace and contentment floated on the breeze. It was a perfect place to raise a family, a safe haven cradled by the arms of the ancient willow tree. The days were filled with simple pleasures and the nights were calm, with the gentle sounds of the forest lulling everyone to sleep. The people of the Whispering Willow Wetlands cherished their unique way of life, suspended between the earth and the sky. They understood the importance of community and the gifts that nature provided them every single day. Their homes were not just structures of wood and rope. They were sanctuaries filled with love, laughter, and the promise of a happy future, growing and thriving just like the trees that held them so securely. Among the happy families lived two young couples, and both were expecting a baby. In a treehouse painted a cheery yellow lived a woman named Lily. Lily loved her home and her husband, but she had a peculiar taste for food. She filled her cupboards not with the fresh gifts of the forest, but with packages and jars of things that were quick and easy. Her kitchen smelled of frying oil and sugary treats. She believed that as long as her tummy was full, she and her baby would be perfectly fine. She didn't see the need for all the fuss about different kinds of food. Lily's meals were always the same, day in and day out. For breakfast she would eat fluffy white bread, fried in lots of glistening oil. For lunch she would have more of the same, perhaps with a sweet fizzy drink from a bottle. Dinner was often a big plate of noodles made from refined flour, with hardly a green leaf or a colourful vegetable in sight. She turned her nose up at crunchy apples and juicy berries. "Too much work," she would say with a sigh. "This is much faster and it tastes so good." Her pantry was a fortress of unhealthy choices. In another tree house, painted a calming blue, lived a woman named Rose. Rose was also expecting a baby, and she thought very carefully about every meal she ate. Her kitchen was a rainbow of colours. Bright red tomatoes sat next to leafy green spinach. Baskets overflowed with purple grapes, orange carrots, and yellow bananas. She knew that the food she ate was not just for her. It was the very first gift she was giving to her growing baby. She took great care in preparing her meals, finding joy in the simple act of nourishing her body. Rose's diet was a wonderful adventure of flavors and nutrients. For breakfast, she would have a warm bowl of porridge made from whole grains, topped with fresh berries and nuts. For lunch, she enjoyed a big salad with beans, seeds, and all sorts of vegetables from her garden. Her dinner was often a lovely piece of grilled fish with brown rice and steamed greens. She drank plenty of fresh water and milk. "My baby needs the best," Rose would hum happily to herself. "And the best comes from the earth, the trees, and the river." The months passed by like clouds drifting across the sky, and the time came for the babies to be born. In the yellow treehouse, Lily's baby arrived first. He was a tiny little thing, much smaller than everyone expected. His skin was pale and he didn't cry with a strong, loud voice. Instead, he made a weak, whimpering sound. The village healer came to see him and looked very worried. The baby seemed tired all the time and didn't have the energy to drink his milk properly. He was often unwell, catching every little cough and cold that came his way. Lily was sad and confused. She had eaten until she was full every single day. Why was her baby so frail? The healer explained gently that a full tummy is not the same as a nourished body. The oily foods and refined flour had given Lily energy for a short time, but they had not provided the important building blocks that her baby needed to grow strong inside her. Things like vitamins and minerals, which are found in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, are like the strong wood needed to build a sturdy treehouse. Her baby's house was built with weak twigs. A few days later, in the blue treehouse, Rose's baby was born. She was a beautiful, healthy girl with rosy cheeks and a loud, lusty cry that echoed with strength. She was alert and looked around with bright, curious eyes. When it was time to feed, she drank eagerly, full of life and energy. The village healer smiled as she held the baby. "This is a strong one," she declared. "She has been built with the finest materials." The baby was rarely sick and slept peacefully, growing bigger and stronger with each passing day. Rose's heart was filled with joy. She looked at her thriving baby and knew she had made the right choice. The balanced diet she had eaten had paid off wonderfully. The proteins from the beans and fish had helped build her baby's muscles. The calcium from the milk had made her bones strong. The vitamins and minerals from the colorful fruits and vegetables had boosted her immune system, protecting her from illness. Rose had given her daughter the very best start in life, all with the simple, loving choices she made in her kitchen every day. The story of the two babies spread quickly through the Whispering Willow wetlands, from the highest branch to the lowest bough. The people of the village saw with their own eyes the difference that food could make. They learned that pregnancy is a special time when a mother's body is doing the incredible work of building a new person. And to build something so precious, you need the very best materials. Junk food is like trying to build a house with sand and mud. It might stand for a little while, but it will not be strong. The mothers and fathers of the village gathered to listen to the healer. She explained that a balanced diet is one that includes a little bit of everything from the 5 main food groups. She pointed to the grains that grew in the fields, the fruits and vegetables in their gardens, the fish from the river, and the milk from their goats. These are nature's gifts, she said. They are packed with everything a mother and baby need to be healthy. They build strong bones, a sharp mind, and a body that can fight off sickness. Lily learned a very important lesson. She started to change her eating habits, adding fresh vegetables and fruits to her meals. She wanted to be strong for her little boy, to help him grow healthier day by day. Rose was happy to help, sharing recipes and baskets of fresh produce from her garden. The whole community started to think more about what they ate, creating colorful, healthy meals for their families. They understood that the choices they made at mealtimes were choices for a better, healthier life for their children. And so, the Treehouse Village became not only a happy place, but a healthy one too. The lesson was clear to all. What a mother eats during pregnancy is the first and most important nourishment she gives her child. A balanced diet full of nature's goodness is the foundation for a strong and healthy life. It is a promise of love, delivered in every wholesome bite, ensuring that the next generation of treetop dwellers would be as strong and vibrant as the forest they called home, growing tall and reaching for the sky.